Hello, so I'm going to show you how to build a GPSS template, a job template, and then how to build a GPSS job. So first we have to understand what a template is and what a job is. So the job is basically a save folder that you open up a new job, you do some surveying. Whatever is stored gets saved underneath that specific job. So it's like a save folder, but it saves things in a specific format. So for example, it's whether you want it in UTM coordinates or degrees, minutes, seconds, latitude, longitude, right? It's all those little things that go into either one of them is what you edit in the job, and that's what your info gets saved as. So it's basically a save folder with a format. That's what a job is. A template is a template for the specific area that you want to make jobs for. Okay, so you put in your settings into a template, and then you can make as many jobs as you want in a specific format for your operating area or your local area, right? So anyway, looking here, we have the main screen of the TSC3. Right here, this gray bar up here, if you select here, you can input a username. I do not recommend putting in a password. I just put in any username that I'm going to remember. Press next. It'll display and then finish, and it should display up top. Okay, and this is like a bigger folder that all of your jobs are going to get saved under. So it's like this will be your main folder, and then your jobs will be your subfolders underneath of it. Okay, so now if we go into settings, we can get started on the template. Okay, so that's going to be the first part, the hardest part really. So you open up templates. If there's anything in here and you don't remember building it, or you don't know who built it, you might as well just delete it. Get it out of your way. If you didn't make it, no need risking using the wrong info. Okay, so if that's cleared out, I'll press new. And yes, okay. And I'm going to name whatever the template is. So again, the templates are for local areas, specific areas. So I'm going to do, for example, I'm in Fort Sill, Oklahoma, so I'll do Fort Sill, Oklahoma, USA, right? Something very specific. If you're in 29 Palms, you put 29 Palms, California. If you're in, Lejeune, you could put Lejeune, North Carolina, whatever you need to do. So just something generally localized. And then we're going to move down into the property section. So we're looking at coordinate system, units. Then if we press the next page, COGO settings. So those are the big three that we need to edit, and the rest of this information is going to be more miscellaneous. Not as important. You can get a lot done without worrying about all this. So I'll do coordinate system. We're going to do select by library or select from library, and next. System, UTM as an easting northing, zone 14 north. So these could get a little confusing, the zones, because for example I'm in 14 Sierra, the UTM grid zone 14 Sierra. That is not the same as 14 south on here. So I say 14 north, 14 south, 15 north, 15 south. All that means is are you north or south of the equator. So don't get these confused with 14 November and 14 Sierra. I'm north of the equator, so it's going to be 14 north. Got it. Datum, good. Geoid model. Pretty much let all that default. Should be as is. I'll go to the next page. Coordinates or grid, of course, and then project height. So project height is for if you're doing 2D computations, like if you do any one of those kind of weird area computations or whatnot in the COGO settings of your job, then and then let's say you do a COGO computation with a point that doesn't have an elevation. You keyed it in without an elevation or something weird like that. The project height will autofill that blank space for its elevation. So you could leave this as 0, or you could put it to something like whatever the average elevation is around your operating area. So I just put 340 because that's basically what Fort Sill is across the board. until you get into the mountains. So 340 is good. Now I'll press store. There it is, coordinate system's done. Now I'll move on to units. It should be as is, so a lot of this information is meant for hardware that we don't necessarily have with the GPSS kits. We're looking at the increments and measure, or what's the word for it? The format basically for what you want everything to be in. So distance, meters, angles, mils, temperature. I don't believe this has a thermometer on it, so it doesn't really matter, and we're not turning angles. So you put Celsius, Fahrenheit, whatever you want. Grade, angle, area, square meters, height, meters, and then pressure is in millibars. So I don't think it has a barometer on it either, but you just put it as is, and we'll go to the next page. Volume, cubic meters, sounds good. Next page. Then all my displays here, I'll do to the thousandths place, so thousandths, thousandths, thousandths. Easting, northing, elevation, good. Vertical angle, got it. Thousandths, thousandths. Degrees, minutes, seconds, and then the rest can pretty much default. You can put in local time or GMT time or UTC time if you'd like. And then once that's all put in, I'll press accept, and there it is. Units is done. Then we have linked files, active map, feature library, again miscellaneous, but I'll just run through them real quick. So linked files, if you open this up and we'll press add, I can go into any one of these old jobs or different login files, and I can add other surveyed data or keyed in data, right? Could be useful in certain scenarios. I'm not going to use it right here, so I'm just going to press cancel and escape. And then I'll go to active map. I don't have the software for that. You probably don't either. If you know more about it, please let me know. Not going to worry about it. And then the feature library, also not going to worry about it. So next page, COGO settings, the last big one we have to edit. So if I select that, yours should look how my screen looks pretty much, unless you have something different going on, right? Distances are grid, coordinates, increase north to east, got it, 0.5, no mag deck, and averaging is weighted. Cool. I'm going to verify none of these are checked. I don't need any of these to be checked. And I'll just press accept. There we go. Then we have additional settings, which is, I think you can put more description information in. It's that simple. And then we have a media file. So if you want to mark a point and then take a picture with the TSC3 of that point, they'll be associated with each other. So when you upload the file, your pictures and your points will be together, right? And then, of course, you have all this information down here, like a reference, description, operator notes. Reference could be like a map sheet name. Description could be what you're using the template for, you know, operators, who made it maybe. Just, again, miscellaneous information. You can put it in there if you like. So again, I got COGO, settings good. Grid system, good. Units, good. I named it, and I'll press accept. There's the template. It's all set. So now I can make GPSS jobs in the Fort Sill area. So if I press back, and I'll exit settings, I'm going to make a new job now. So the template's good. I'll go into General Survey. I'll go into Jobs. And I'm going to select New Job. I'll name it something like Fort Sill Job 1, right? Something of that nature. The template, if I hit this drop down, make sure I actually select a template that we built. And what that does is it autofills all the property information for this file. So you don't have to re-enter it every time. That's the point of the template. So I named it, select my template, I press accept, and there it is up top. Job Fort Sill Job 1. So now Anything I measure or key in while this job is open will be saved underneath this save folder, /job 1. And if I want to make a new job, let's say I want to segregate my surveys, and I got what I wanted for job 1, then I can just simply go jobs, new job, Fort Sill job 2, template selected, enter, accept. There it is, Fort Sill job 2. So now I can move on. It's a very quick way to switch between jobs. Now if I need to go back to job 1, if I need to, let's say, navigate to one of the points that I saved under job 1, I can go jobs, open job, and here you'll see all the jobs that are open right now. If I want to delete one, I can highlight it and press the trash can and confirm, so I can get rid of some of my old ones if it's still hanging out. And then if I need to, let's say, open job 1, simply highlight it, select it, and there it is. Okay, so if you need me to reiterate something or feel like I didn't spend enough time on certain portions, please let me know. If you got any questions, again, let me know. Okay, have a good one.